Hi, I'm Annie Evans, Executive Director of SouthFair Community Development Corporation. SouthFair is a nonprofit housing development corporation dedicated to the revitalization of the South Dallas Fair Park community. SouthFair is turning 30. That's 30 years of serving the South Dallas community. You'll hear from board, staff, and community members about their love of South Dallas and their experiences with SouthFair.
I heard about SouthFair from Miss Lois Lilly, who was a counselor up at the center, and she was asking me, did I know about the homes and would I be interested? And I told her yes. And so with her being a counselor, she came by and walked me through, and other counselors, and we got it started.
I remember just going through the homeowning process, just what all that entailed. Once it was finally complete and I got the keys, it was just a really huge relief, and just having your own house, something that you call your own, someplace where you can come home. You don't have to worry about, if I want to paint my walls a certain color, or if I want to put, these little holes in the wall or whatever from putting pictures or anything up. You don't have to worry about those anymore. So it's just nice having your own little place that you can call your home, and at the same time you're building wealth, you're building equity as well. And I think with the way that South Dallas is progressing, I feel like we got in early, and we'll get to be able to reap the benefits of that later on. For living in South Dallas, just owning my home and getting to know my neighbors has been great. Whether it's going to the Martin Luther King parade in January, or if it's just been going to Blackjack's Pizza or something simple like that. Just get to know the people and get to see the area, because a lot of people are not aware of this neighborhood, and you tell them there's these beautiful old homes in this area, and you talk to people about that, and they have no idea that basically you have a Swiss Avenue in this area, and it's just really there's a lot here. There's a lot of potential here. I can definitely see this area growing in the future, and I feel fortunate I get to be part of it at the beginning.
It's near all the highways, so I'm 15 minutes from North Park Mall, I'm 20 minutes from Richardson. If I want to go to Arkansas, I just hop on 30, Deep Ellum is 2 minutes away. I can take a bike ride, or it takes me like 30 minutes or 15 minutes to get to Deep Ellum if I want to walk. So South Dallas, you're around everything. We could see the downtown, we could see downtown from our patios. We could see the fireworks from Fair Park during the 4th of July. We can even hear the concerts, during Fair Park. So we're in a good area.
I got a great credit score now, so that's probably was one of the bigger benefits of it. Learning things about how money works, how to manage your money, how to save money. And just having those personal things that benefit me the most would probably be some of the best things. And then learning how to maintain a home and keep a home after you purchase a home, because that's also very important, because you don't want to buy a home and then 5-10 years later, I got to move out because of this, this issue or this reason. So definitely keeping in touch with them even after you purchase a home is important.
I know SouthFair's mission is about providing affordable housing to, low-income, moderate families. It's impacted me because I'm a low-income, moderate, family. I take care of my nieces and stuff like that. So it gives us a place to call home at an affordable rate versus, if I was to go, right now everybody's moving like to Forney and paying like $300,000 for a house right now. I probably wouldn't be able to afford that, especially in a pandemic. So I think what SouthFair is doing is good, because it's giving people who might not be able to buy a house regularly a chance to, experience home ownership.
What I would recommend to anyone that's looking to contact SouthFair and to begin the process is just go ahead and contact them no matter where you are in life. If you have a job, or just basically if you have a job, that's a good place to start. They will help you, guide you how to save your money correctly, so you have, so that way the bank will pre-approve you for a mortgage. And then one thing that really helped me a lot was getting my credit right. I remember speaking with Mary Ann. We went over my credit, and there was like some weird bill that I had on my credit that's been there for years. I didn't even know that was there. So basically, those things will help you basically get started on the mortgage process. And then even that, they'll help you with other things like purchasing a car and other things like that. That would be really beneficial to anyone.
They have classes on what's affordable and what fits your budget and not to get overextended, which is a great thing because you don't want to get in and then not have a way to get out. You see, so affordability, and we have great counselors up at SouthFair, which was a positive.
So I participated in the budgeting classes and the credit repair classes.
Until COVID set in, I had been to all of their workshops. I think I missed one. And then they used to have one on the veterans I took after I had become a homeowner, but that was just for educational. You can never learn too much. So I went and took that one and got a certificate for it. And so like I said, Miss Marion and our other head lady at the SouthFair was helpful, and the classes that we put on are helpful.
So I became a homeowner at 27, so that was super awesome because number one, they really put in millennials' heads that, oh, you have to go live downtown and get this sky view and, you know, be near all the popping spots, but your one-bedroom apartment is the size of whatever, and you're paying $1,300-1,200, right? Not to mention you might live in the garage, and like in like downtown Dallas, uptown, I see like people cars getting broken into in these garages a lot. So for me, buying a house it makes me feel safe, number one, because I can see my vehicle either outside or I know my car's in the garage. And I'm paying the same, my mortgage is the same as your rent, but I have so much space. So for me, that was a big thing. And then, you know, millennials like to throw parties and stuff like that. So I could do a lot of house gatherings and don't have to worry about where my people gonna park at, you know, or if we're gonna get a noise complaint. So I think for me, the biggest part, and I'm getting a head start, like a lot of people don't buy houses until they're 35 or 40 or when they're married or something like that. So I would say for me, it's a head start, you know, and just being stable and having a mortgage that I can afford right now. And, you know, things will only get better for me. So as long as I can afford my mortgage, hopefully I can start paying double on it and then pay this house off and completely own my house.
I love it because it's quiet, small units, and like I'm a senior citizen, this is the best place to be, if you ask me. You know, I don't want to go anywhere else. Right now, like I said, if I go anywhere, I want to go to a house. Right now, I like it here. It's comfortable, it's quiet. To me, it's new development because, see, when I got here, that was just open field. That was a pecan tree. I used to change my oil over in that field over there. So it's new development, and I like this new development. I see a lot of changes, and it's good changes. You know, it ain't nothing bad. Everything's good and it's wonderful. Some people just say South Dallas, they just hold their head. I want to stay in South Dallas. Why not? You go to the Fair Park. You know, you come to Martin Luther King Center. So what's wrong with South Dallas? And you know, these got these monuments. You have a Martin Luther King parade. You don't have nothing in Eau Claire. You're going to have a Martin Luther King Boulevard, and that's it.
SouthFair was created on a vision by Linda Walker Bender, who at the time was a local banker who saw the need for and the gift of South Dallas. A key strategy for SouthFair is partnering with public and private resources to successfully launch and sustain redevelopment efforts. SouthFair is in pre-development to add even more housing. Our Merlin Street townhomes will be a beautiful addition to our retail development that will provide a permanent office space for SouthFair and provide much needed restaurant, additional office, and family entertainment in the form of community space and splash pads.
When you look at organizations that you want to help or participate in, you first of all look at the leadership and you look at the mission of the organization, and then you also look at the background. And what I felt was that SouthFair, unlike most other entities that I was considering, was truly dedicated and passionate about basically positively impacting the community in which it operates. And for me, it was a no-brainer.
Good day, my name is Mary Ann Cuellar, and I am and can be your home buyer and financial management coach. I've been with SouthFair since 2017, starting as a home buyer counselor, and shortly became a home buyer coach and a financial management coach.
My association with SouthFair, I'm the SouthFair board chair. I've been the board chair for the last 6 years or so. Well, it was a friend of mine, Gloria Dixon, asked me to be on the board, and it first started as a board member, and then I ended up being the board chair. So, and then I've just been in South Dallas working in different capacities. I was teaching at Pearl C. Anderson, so I was aware of the different events and the building that SouthFair has done over the last few years.
Okay, now I know it will be 9 years in August, and my association is, I became a board member after I became a homeowner here. And so the interest, of course, is more because I'm with a board member and a homeowner.
Number one aspect of what SouthFair has accomplished is the talent that it's accumulated. If nothing else, over the last 4.5 years, we found out that leadership actually matters. And from the board down, especially like with our board chair, Mary Ann Williams, with our executive director, Annie Evans, and with the entire staff of SouthFair, we have an accumulation of talent that's dedicated, that's professional, that's committed to this community. And with that, we wouldn't be able to, or without that, we wouldn't be able to accomplish, our mission, our goal. So to me, our greatest accomplishment is the accumulation of talent that we have within the organization itself. And then after that, we can look at the practical, aspect of Fair Park Estates. I mean, if you want to look at a before and after shot, you will see that this community has grown tremendously, and that's due in part to the work that SouthFair has done.
What is considered generational wealth. We're all about wealth building, but when you get into generation wealth, that's where the parent purchases, then suddenly the daughter purchases, another son purchases, and that's what we have here at SouthFair. We build families and strong neighborhoods. That's SouthFair.
To South Dallas, it means that there is an entity out there that is really dedicated to its well-being, it being South Dallas itself. 30 years, I mean, that's longevity. That means that SouthFair is in it for the long haul. For me, I look at it also as an opportunity to look forward. I mean, if we were able to accomplish this in 30 years, what can we accomplish in the next 30? So again, when you look at the 30-year anniversary of SouthFair, you just have to almost kind of stand up and clap your hands, because many other entities have just fallen by the wayside, given up, etc. But not SouthFair. We're still, operating and making inroads here in the communities of South Dallas.
I see South Dallas as being one of the most nourishing and most revitalized places in the city of Dallas and Dallas County, just simply because of where we are in position in the city, and the fact that we're building right outside of downtown Dallas provides us the transportation of DART and all of our other partners, in that we're able to revitalize neighborhoods, make them self-sufficient. And my goal is that you sell your car and get around on transit like everyone else does.
Well, my hopes for South Dallas in the next 5 years is continue to be South Dallas. Not really try to be something else than South Dallas. South Dallas has its own flavor and its own way of doing things, but to continue to gravitate to work with other nonprofits and the city to be able to build a better community. South Dallas is a community, has been a community for years, and over the years, if we continue to build upon what has already been built, I think we will really, have a good area to live in.
SouthFair does not build houses, we build homes. And the difference being, a home is a very vital part of the community in which it actually exists. and that's what we're doing.
Currently, SouthFair has just finished building 3 market rate homes, which hadn't been done in South Dallas for a while. And they sold fast, and that right there is, an accomplishment for a small CDC. And over the time that we've been working on retail development, that's what we want to do in the future, where we will have a building for our community to meet. We will have an area for kids to play, a splash pad. We will have our office. So we will have roots and continue to be able to be a staple in South Dallas.
We would love to have you join us as an advisory board member, donor, homeowner, or tenant. Please just knock on our door. It's open.